Yo, what's up? It's your boy Lisba Mutupi. I would like to thank you so much for joining the session where we're going to be looking at the charts. We're actually going to be looking at two pairs. So these pairs are the pairs that I take from my live sessions with the premium members, and then I share some of these setups with you. Obviously, with them I share much more into details or much more pairs, but with you guys I'm going to actually be looking at only two pairs, so you're able to understand and see what it is that we look for and we see in the markets. But hey, if you want signals from me, you can still get down on the link in the description box. Make sure you get them, or even if you want mentorship, you can still do the same. Get down in the link in the description box where you'll be able to see. Also, make sure to hit the subscribe button if you like in these videos, and make sure to also hit the like button. Share this video with someone that you think needs to see, or I don't know, see the type of method that we use when we treat the markets. But let me not say much about that. Let's jump onto today's session. Okay, let me start off first with the 4-hour time frame on gold. We've been following gold. I remember, I think it was like close to somewhere here. But I was actually looking for it to come at least somewhere here, take a sell, go downwards. But it shot downwards like before getting all the way to somewhere here. And it gave me a lot of entries. I won't lie, it gave me a lot of entries, but I just didn't take it because it wasn't a clean setup or a perfect setup for me. So I didn't take any trade on gold for the week. But it played out the way that we wanted. It shot downwards this first thing. But now this is actually important because I want you guys to actually take note of what I'm looking at. Like, if you just take a look at this is the first impulse that played out, the first impulse here, and now it's a correction. And with this impulse, the impulse actually confirmed the breakout of this support trend line, because we've been looking for a breakout to the downside. It confirmed that it broke to the downside, even impulsively. That's one thing that matters most. It broke out impulsively. But now we didn't hit our 90% rule yet, which is somewhere close to here. Okay. Yeah, which is somewhere close to here. So what I'm trying to do is that somewhere around here is our targets, our first targets. You can have it as first. No, it's actually our second targets, because our first targets are gonna be here. But it didn't hit that yet. So just by looking at the impulse correction and impulse nature, you can simply see that when an impulse happened and a correction is giving you something like this, a pattern, whereby it's a continuation pattern to the downside, the impulse is more likely to go also to the downside. So just by using this bus pattern here, I want us to try to see maybe if we can be able to spot the next possible move. At least something like this would be what we're looking for from the market. Like, let's when price impulses all the way downwards, because let me show you guys on the 60-minute why I'm looking for a move like this. The reason I'm saying so is because, like, just take a look at this corrective nature here. Okay, let's not focus on the previous one. Let's focus now on this corrective nature. You can simply see that we've got our large impulsive move. Let's start it from here all the way from here. Okay, impulse, correction, impulse, but also there's just one large impulsive move. And here's a correction here. And this correction, most people would be, I know there's a lot of people that are caught up in buys, people that were selling here, taking losses. Like, that's what happens in the market. You know, if you don't, like, if you're not getting the trade where it has to be, or where you actually have to execute on your type of strategy, you want to be involved on the wrong side of the market, you know. So just by looking at this, I was able to spot, here's our first touch, second touch. Now at the third touch, there's two types of confirmations, remember, ne? My first confirmation, obviously, it's the third touch. I mean, there's even three types of confirmations. Yeah, my first touch, my first type is the third touch, on which it's this first, second, and this being the third name. Now, this is my first evidence of me taking the trade. Secondly, I would say that just take a look at this candlestick, this one right here. This is actually an engulfing candle. After the third touch, what you do is that you should normally place your sell stop just below anywhere here, and then your stop loss just above here. This is how you take these types of candlesticks. So it's actually an engulfing candle, and I like the fact that it didn't it didn't break its rules. It didn't break the previous high. So in which it's actually now still respecting it. And now you can simply see here I wrote down double top formation plus evening star. So for those that are asking themselves, where's this double top formation? Can you do this? Where's this double top formation? Here's our first peak here. Price went downwards, engulfing candle confirmed. It retraced a bit, gave us this beautiful second peak. And now at the second peak, we found our evening star, on which it's this engulfing bullish candlestick, followed by this beautiful doji, and now this beautiful bearish candlestick. The same thing that happened on the previous, which is I think it was like NAS to go downwards. Yeah, the same thing, engulfing candlestick, the doji engulfing to the downside. So the move to the downside is what we're actually looking for here when you look at it. Ne? And just by looking at this, it's much better because instead of taking an entry here followed by this engulfing, now you can have a much more better entry here. Stop loss is going to be a bit more reduced, on which your target is actually going to be much more greater. Let's see what the risk to reward is on this trade. So obviously my stop would be just above this area. First target, like I said, is here at the 90 rule of this small correction, on which it's 4.3%, but the major one, or the second one, is here, on which it's 6.6%. And this is actually a possibility. It's actually a trade that I'm seeing happening during the week by what before Wednesday. Like I see it already hitting targets, because just take a look at how these impulsive moves move. This actually happened in just a week. This whole structure happened in just a week. So what makes you think that just the next impulse to the downside? Okay, let's see. Let me do this. Starting from here, it's the 2nd of September, of February, as you can see, all the way till down here, which is the 4th of February, which means only 2 days it moved from here, 2nd of February up until here, only 2 days, ne? 2 days, remember. So let me just put this and see if it's valid. Yeah, okay, let me start it here. Same thing. So this move that you're seeing here happened in 2 days, on which it's actually a move such as this one, exactly the same as this one. So I'm trying to show you that it doesn't take long to play out these moves. It can take a day, it can take 2 days. Let's say if the market is a bit slow, it can take 4 days, but at the end of the day, you're gonna still capitalize on this 6.6%. Okay, so let us move on to the next one. Let me see if you guys have any sound is a bit unclear. Okay, can you guys hear me a bit proper now, or is the sound still unclear? Can you guys hear me properly? It's fine now. Okay, sure. Thanks. Okay, moving on to USDCHF. This one here looks amazing too. Looks so damn amazing. So I want to show you guys what I'm seeing here. Remember, USDCHF, USDCAD have been selling those pairs. So sorry. So when you're selling a pair, it's not simple to start to buy unless you're buying a short-term move. Unless, let's say, if here I saw that this is gonna go up to maybe here, and then I'm buying just this move, but I have to stick to it. I have to understand that that's just a short-term move. Most people get caught up in it. So obviously, looking at the bigger time frame, okay. Looking at the bigger time frame on USDCHF, can simply see that this is a beautiful ascending type pattern that broke out impulsively. So basically experiencing almost the same thing as gold, whereby it breaks out impulsively, then it corrects, and now we're looking for the next impulse to the downside. But I'm doing this because I want to show you guys that there's a lot of room to the downside. I'm not saying that just sell and then hold till I'm showing you that this is when you're selling, this is the potential. But when you're buying, there's no real potential, you understand? So let me go into the 4-hour time frame and show you guys this beautiful chart that I got. Okay, and these are the types of setup. I make sure, like, each and every time before I do these live sessions, like, to be honest, let me show you guys something real quick. Like you can see here, this is actually top 6. These are the top 6 pairs, and take a look at this. This is actually my top setup. Like, I want to show you guys that the top the live sessions that I do, it's not just a pair maybe I just jumped into and it looks like it's meeting my requirements. It's actually pairs that I had to dive a bit more deeper into, because you can see I was looking at also USDJPY, I was looking at also what's it, AUDNZD, USDMXN. The ones that are green, the ones that are ticked down with green are the ones that are high probable setups, and the ones that are ticked with this orange yellowish color are the ones that are giving me something that I'm looking for. So that's how I separate these pairs. And at the end, for me to choose the top 6, it's not that simple, because all the pairs would be looking very beautiful. So I'd have to just cut out the ones that are not that, like, the ones that are not giving me so much of what the others are giving me. So this one, you can simply see as this HF here. I've got my first touch here, second touch. Okay, let me just draw this so you see. First touch, second touch. Now we're at the third touch, ne? And remember, people get caught up. Like, let's say just because of this candle, someone would say it's a breakout. Let's start buying, but they're forgetting that this is just structure. And structure doesn't have to be perfect. You know, the market is people's emotions. So meaning that this could just simply be the market catching people on the wrong side, or just a stop hunt for the ones that are already sold. Remember, we look for how the market got there, not what not actually what the candle is saying when it gets there. You know, yes, we're looking for evening stars. Once it gets there, we look for things such as like what you call it, retracement, or not retracement, the inverted hammers and all those things. But firstly, the first thing that you should be looking at is how does it get there? What kind of a momentum does it get there with? And you can simply see that yes, price pushed upwards impulsively, but see when it started approaching the third touch, what it started doing. So I'll show you guys a bit that on the 1 hour time frame, so you're able to see. But with my third touch, I like the fact that this is just one large impulse to the downside. This is a correction. So after this third touch, we're looking for another one large impulse to the downside. Ne? And we've got a pattern within pattern structure here, on which like a pattern within pattern is when like there's a pattern that confirms that we're going downwards in a pattern that shows that we're going downwards. So let me just go to the 1 hour time frame. Then we can take a closer look at this on, or how we can maybe capitalize from it. So there's two types of ways whereby you can take a sell trade on this one. I'll show you guys my type of entries. Then I'll show you guys a much more maybe safer way, I don't know, type of entry. So the way that I'll take this entry, there's two things that I'm looking for. So I'm either looking for a double top right here, maybe if price just come double top, go downwards, or I can still place, depends on how the market also moves on Monday. When it opens, I can still place my stop because the stop loss is still amazing. Like it's still promising me a 14, 15 pip stop loss. So I can just put it on 20 pip. If let's say this one doesn't present, the double top doesn't present itself, go all the way downwards, I can still have my stop below, go all the way downwards. Okay. Or someone who wants to be a bit more safer. If you're a person that wants to be a bit more safer, you can just wait for a breakout to happen. So a breakout would just be price going downwards, breaking out of the structure, and then once it breaks out, that's when you start to sell, when it has confirmed the breakout to the downside. Okay, so there's three types of entries that you can execute on this. But I like the fact that the first okay, let's say just please, let's say this method that's already valid, because this one is already valid. When the market open, this is the one that you can already place. The others, you just have to wait for the market to present. So yeah, because I actually spotted something here. I actually even spotted this beautiful retracement candle here. So just by looking at this, you can simply see that this actually retraced. So this is actually giving us like it's giving us sense that what we're looking for can happen. This on right here. Okay. So let's say you place your entry here, or you can still take this trade because of that retracement. But let's say you place it here because this is the one that is spotted first, just not to confuse you guys. And your stop loss, I mean, your first target, either you say you want to have it on the 90 rule, which is here. This is the very first target should be here, nothing less than this, on which is like a 4.4%. Second target should be at least here at the third touch here, on which it's a 6.4. And then the third target, if you don't want to have overall target, third target could at least be here, on which is the 90 rule of the 4 hour, this bigger structure here, on which now it's 7.4648 percentages, which is amazing. So far with gold, I mean NES, gold and USDCHF, we're looking at amazing setups. Like these setups look so promising. And I hope that you guys are actually seeing the same. Tell me like what you guys think. Like just maybe type down something to see if we are on the same page, if you guys are seeing the same things that I'm seeing. Type down anything that you, I don't know, even if you might want to pump me up, be like, yeah, what you're saying is very, very true. I'm seeing that exact same thing. You know, I'll be pumped up to continue. Okay, but I want to know if you guys are actually seeing the same thing before I can just move on, or if you guys are just confused with maybe some pay that I went through. Okay. Number one, it's a valid setup. A teaser. Nice, nice, nice. So you say number one is a valid one. What about number two and three? Maria. So something on USDCHF. Okay, what is it that you saw, brother? Yeah, you are new. Yeah, away Philly, I respect. Seems set but we may get a third touch on okay. So Poya, are you saying we may get a third touch on what, on USDCHF or which, on which? Oh, yeah. It's actually something that I spotted too. Just don't want to go a bit deep into it because let's say the third touch. I think, let's do this. Like maybe a third touch here, ne? Yeah, and then downwards. Is that what you meant? USDCHF, yeah. Oh, away, yeah. And what is it that you saw at Kolile? Because I can see you saw something on USDCHF. Or you saw the same thing. Oh, away. You saw the same thing, same setup. Oh, nice. It means that we are all on the same page. It feels amazing too. Because at the end of the day, we're trading one type of strategy, so we have to eventually see the same. If it's not the same, we have to see something similar to that, and then we just tweak that a bit. So let me move on to USD. Thank you so much for taking your time and watching up until the very end. Please do make sure to hit the subscribe button. It's Obeliso Mutupi. Make sure to also check me out on Instagram. Follow me. I'll try to follow back. Thank you.